Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, what we're going to talk about on this episode of the Bullet Points is something I love to see. The Black Friday results were back for the NICS background check system, and they were fantastic. People are voting not only with their feet, but also with their wallets. Everything is going to be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one. Now, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you in the fold. We need as many people as we possibly can to get the message out, to pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. I'm always trying to earn that subscription to build the ranks, and thank you so much in advance for your consideration. Now, before we get on to the next content, make sure you check out the secondpress.co. That is the new website that we just built. It is linked in the description box below. We have tons of stuff that is Pro 2A, and it is the next step in the fight for the Second Amendment and passing these blessings along to the next generation. Make sure you check it out. But now, my brothers and sisters, we've got to dive in to these results, because this right here is really, really impactful. Because again, people are not only voting with their feet by moving to different districts and different states, they're also voting with their dollars, and you can tell a lot by where they're spending their hard-earned capital, particularly in a recession, or not recession. All right, let's get it. November 28, 2022, Black Friday, the NICS checks tick up in 2022. Now, the cool thing here is we are seeing a continuation of the gun embracing of our culture. It's slow, it's methodical, but it is increasing. That's why in the 2021-2022 timeframe, you saw the biggest group of first-time gun buyers, minorities and women. That is unprecedented. We are starting to make an impact and inroads, and if you're one of these new people, newbies to the gun world, welcome. This is an amazing place of freedom, and you always have a home here. But let me show you what they're actually saying. This is a release from NSSF, or the National Shooting Sports Foundation. Washington, D.C. NSSF, the Firearm Industry Trade Association, revealed that the FBI's National Instant Criminal Background Check System, NICS, completed 711,372 background checks for the purchase of a firearm at retail during the week leading up to, including Black Friday. FBI NICS recorded 192,749 background checks on Black Friday alone, ranking it third in the top 10 highest days for NICS checks, and a 2.8% increase from Black Friday 2021, when 187,585 background checks were completed. The NICS checks are unadjusted, representing raw data from the FBI, and are inclusive of all background checks related to firearms. Keep in mind, this is only background checks. This is not every single gun purchased or every single gun on a list for a background check. This is just the one background check. So if a hunter were to go in and buy 2 rifles, it's going to be one background check. Or if you buy 2 handguns or whatever you're buying, if you put it on the same NICS background check, the 4473, it's only showing up as one. So this is probably, even now, underestimating the actual amount of firearms the American people invested in for their freedom and safety. Think about that. In one day, almost 200,000 additional people. In 1 week, 711,000? That's mind-boggling. In 2021 and 2020, it was something like 20 million per, I think it was the year. I don't have the number pulled up, that's off my memory. But 1 million in a week. Good job, America. Now, let me show you the next piece here. Quote, background checks for firearm purchases were already trending to make 2022 the third strongest year on record. Think about the momentum and the trend line that we're doing here. Coming off of the outsized years of 2020 and 2021, explained Joe Bartozzi, NSSF president and CEO. Quote, these figures tell us that there is a continued strong appetite for lawful firearm ownership by law-abiding Americans, and that firearm manufacturers across the country continue to deliver the quality firearms our customers have come to expect. This is not just a healthy sales environment. This is not just a healthy industry. Despite all the attacks, all the assailments of the left, the gun controllers, Mom Demand Action, Givers.org, all the gun control politicians in the House and the Senate, the industry is thriving. That's a big deal. They don't want you to know that, but that is the reality of what's going on the street. Because again, people are voting with their feet and their dollars. Here's a graphical representation, because you guys know how I love me some graphs. The yellow right there is 2017. That's the highest on record. If you go all the way to 2020, this is the third. It eclipsed 2021 and 2020. This is some big stuff here, guys, and you're not going to hear this on the mainstream media. That's why we always cover these types of details and the nuance, because the underlying trends of freedom that are happening in this country are there. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next episode. I'm Braden. See you later.